welcome to the Improved Garage YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So today I had an experience. Rental. I live in a rental house. I've talked about this before. My garage has two garage doors. There's a large double garage door, and then there's a single garage door over there. What seems to be pretty standard nowadays is there's a double spring in the center, and these regular rails like that. So this morning I came out and I clicked the button to open my garage door, and the garage door didn't open. It just blinked a couple of times and kind of gave up. And I clicked it again and I watched it struggle, and then I realized what had happened. So on top of the garage door are these two springs. There's one on the left and one on the right. And the purpose of them is to hold the weight of the garage door. So this garage door is a solid wood garage. Well, it's made of wood. It's about 400 pounds, and that holds, about 90% of the weight. And then the garage door opener is responsible for the other 10% of the weight. So one side of this had broken, like right in here, and it was unwound, a ways, and there was a big space here in the middle. It was pretty clear what had happened. And it, it didn't like damage my vehicle or fly through the window or anything crazy like that. So, I never really dealt with that before. So I called a local company, Precision Garage Door, which is, I guess it's a nationwide company, but there's a, California section. And a guy named Matt came out, and he helped me and fixed it up. So he put new springs on here. So there's a spring on both sides. He was able to swap this. There's a bearing. Well, there's a bushing in the center there. There was a bushing in the center there that holds the shaft in the center on the spring. So he swapped that for a bearing. And then, he checked out my cables and made sure all of the stainless steel cables were good. And then we also changed out the rollers because the rollers were kind of rusty and grody. Changed the rollers out for new rollers. So I must say, he did a good job. He was here for about 2.5 hours, got it fixed up. And he brought all the parts with him. One trip. I called this morning at 9 a.m. He was here at 2:30, and he was done at 4:30 or 5 o'clock. Something like that. We swapped out all the rollers, swapped out the springs, had the parts in his truck. All in the project was a little over $900, which included the rollers. The rollers were about 200 of it. The spring was about 7. And just, he had a high level of attention to detail, and he did a really, really good job. So I was pretty impressed with that. Something that I really hadn't gone through before. I was contemplating doing it myself, and then I'm watching videos on YouTube and reading articles on how to do it. And everybody's like, well, be careful. You can die, you can lose a finger, you can this, you can that. And I thought, I'll just pay somebody to do this. So I called him up, and, he came out and took care of it immediately. But what I will say is, and I wasn't expecting this, but he lubed my tracks, and we put new rollers on, which I didn't need to buy new rollers. It was just recommended to buy new rollers because the old ones were all rusty and crappy. And he was showing me as he was taking the rollers off, and this house is, it's about 12 years old. As he was taking the rollers off, he showed me that they made a lot of noise, that the bushings or bearings or whatever in them are fairly worn. So the garage door is a lot quieter following, getting this installed or getting this fixed, I guess. So I think that's pretty awesome, actually, because I was hoping to get the garage door fixed, but I instead got the garage door improved. It's quieter. It's had some maintenance done, and it was something that I'd never really thought about, was greasing the tracks or working on those rollers or doing pretty basic things. And it was something that was fairly quick for us to do. And he said that the spring that was on here was a standard galvanized spring, so it looks kind of like this one, because I still have one on the other door, that guy right there. So this one, the double door, had 2 of those. And he said those galvanized springs are like a 5-year life cycle. They break after about 5 years. And this one should last around 20 years. So I don't know if it's just heavy dutier or just designed with a higher, a higher life expectancy. But anyway, so that's all I have for today. It was just a surprising morning having to lift the door up manually. But I had a really good experience, and now I have a new company that I could give as a referral if, I have somebody that's looking for help with a garage door here locally. And I was chatting with him about jack shaft openers and high lift conversions and, some other things as well. And he's familiar with all of those products, and, in the future I might do something with him on that. In a garage, bring the door up higher, do the jack shaft so you don't have the center post. We were talking about the Chamberlain MyQ app and doing like a smart control of the opener. So always lots of options, lots of things that can be improved in the garage. So that's all. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.